Hello and welcome to G Fun Facts Online, the show that dives deep into the fascinating science behind our everyday world. Take a moment and look around you. How does the space you're in right now make you feel? Are you focused, relaxed, a little stressed? We often don't think about it, but the design of the spaces we inhabit has a profound effect on our minds. And considering that most of us spend a staggering 80 to 90% of our lives indoors, maybe we should. This is where a fascinating new field comes into play: neuro-architecture. It's a groundbreaking discipline that merges neuroscience with architecture to explore the powerful connection between our buildings and our brains. This isn't just about making buildings look good. It's about a complete paradigm shift. It's about creating spaces that actively enhance our well-being, boost our productivity, and genuinely improve our quality of life. The core idea is that the rooms we live, work, and learn in aren't just passive backdrops. They are active participants in shaping our thoughts, our emotions, and even our behaviors. Today we're going to unlock the secrets of neuro-architecture. We'll explore how it flips the traditional design process on its head, delve into its surprising history, break down the core principles of how our brains react to the world around us, and look at how it's already changing our hospitals, schools, and workplaces for the better. So get comfortable, and let's build a better understanding of the world we've built for ourselves. While the term neuro-architecture might sound like something from a science fiction movie, the idea that our surroundings influence our minds is as old as humanity itself. Think about it. Early humans instinctively sought out caves with good vantage points or shelters that offered a sense of security. They had a primal, intuitive understanding of the psychological impact of space. But the formal journey toward neuro-architecture began much more recently. In the 1950s, a visionary architect named Richard Neutra began to champion the idea that buildings should be designed to cater to the neurological needs of the people inside them. He was ahead of his time, planting the seeds for a field that would take decades to fully blossom. The real turning point, the moment that gave neuro-architecture its scientific backbone, came in 1998. Neuroscientists Fred Gage and Peter Erickson made a groundbreaking discovery that rocked the scientific community. They proved that the adult human brain isn't static. It can actually generate new neurons, a process called neurogenesis. And here's the crucial part. This happens best in an environment that provides enrichment and stimulation. Suddenly, the idea that our surroundings could physically alter our brains went from an intuitive concept to a scientific fact. This discovery opened up a universe of possibilities. Just 5 years later, in 2003, that same neuroscientist, Fred Gage, officially coined the term neuro-architecture. That same year, the Academy of Neuroscience for Architecture, or ANFA, was established. This was a pivotal moment. It created a formal bridge between the world of lab coats and the world of blueprints, allowing neuroscientists and architects to collaborate in a way they never had before. This partnership paved the way for a new era of evidence-based design, moving beyond artistic intuition to ground architectural choices in hard science. Since then, the field has exploded, driven by a growing public awareness of just how important our mental and physical well-being truly is. So, how does it actually work? At the heart of neuro-architecture are several core principles that explain how our brains respond to the built world. These aren't rigid rules, but powerful guidelines for creating better spaces. Let's start with one of the most powerful tools in the neuro-architect's arsenal: light. Natural light is essential for regulating our circadian rhythms. Think of this as your body's internal master clock, the one that governs your sleep-wake cycles. When you're exposed to natural light, especially in the morning, your brain gets a clear signal that it's time to be awake and alert. This boosts your mood, increases your energy levels, and sharpens your concentration. On the flip side, a lack of natural light or exposure to the wrong kind of artificial light at the wrong time can throw this internal clock into disarray. This can lead to fatigue, irritability, and even more serious long-term health issues. The goal of neuro-architecture is to design buildings that maximize our exposure to natural light, using large windows, skylights, and smart floor plans to let the sunshine in. Next up, let's talk about color. Color isn't just decoration, it's a direct line to our emotions. Different colors can create very specific moods and atmospheres. Warm colors, like reds and yellows, tend to be stimulating. They can increase heart rate and are often used in spaces designed for activity and energy, like gyms or creative brainstorming areas. Cool colors, like blues and greens, have the opposite effect. They are known for their calming and relaxing properties. In fact, studies have shown that shades reminiscent of nature, think leafy greens, sky blues, and earthy browns, can significantly reduce stress and increase feelings of comfort. This is why you'll often see these palettes used in spaces designed for rest and recovery, like hospital rooms or quiet lounges. Then there's the matter of space and form, the very shape of our surroundings. The way a space is configured can have a massive impact on our sense of comfort and security. Open, expansive spaces with high ceilings can evoke feelings of freedom, possibility, and creativity. They literally give us more room to think. Conversely, smaller, more enclosed spaces can provide a sense of safety, intimacy, and focus. Think of a cozy reading nook versus a grand library hall. Each serves a different psychological purpose. Even the shape of the objects and architectural elements within a space matters. Our brains are wired to be wary of sharp, angular forms. These can subconsciously trigger a stress or anxiety response, a remnant of our evolutionary past where sharp objects often meant danger. Curved, rounded, and organic shapes, on the other hand, are perceived as more calming, natural, and inviting. This is a principle we see in nature, from the smooth curves of a river stone to the gentle arc of a branch. Finally, this brings us to one of the most important principles: biophilia. Biophilia is a term that describes the innate human tendency to connect with nature. We are hardwired to find natural environments restorative. Biophilic design is the practice of weaving natural elements into our built environments. This can be as simple as adding plants and indoor gardens, or as integrated as using natural materials like wood and stone, creating indoor water features, or designing buildings to maximize views of the outdoors. The benefits are incredible. Biophilic design has been shown to reduce stress, improve focus, boost creativity, and enhance our overall sense of well-being. By bringing nature indoors, we satisfy a deep-seated biological need. So, this all sounds great in theory, but where are we actually seeing these principles in action? The results are truly impressive. The healthcare sector has been a pioneer in adopting neuro-architecture. For a long time, hospitals were designed for clinical efficiency, often resulting in sterile, stressful environments. Now we have studies showing that well-designed hospitals can have a measurable impact on patient outcomes. For example, a landmark study found that patients recovering from surgery who had a view of nature from their window recovered faster, required less pain medication, and had fewer complications than patients whose window faced a brick wall. Today, new hospitals are being designed with an emphasis on natural light, views of nature, calming color palettes, and quiet spaces to create true healing environments that support both the physical and emotional needs of patients. Education is another area undergoing a transformation. Think about the traditional classroom, a rigid grid of desks facing a blackboard. Neuro-architecture challenges this model. By creating flexible learning spaces that can be adapted for different activities, group work, individual study, hands-on projects, we can better support how students actually learn. Using natural materials, good acoustics to reduce distracting noise, and colors that create a calm and conducive atmosphere can enhance academic performance, emotional well-being, and even physical health. And of course, there's the modern workplace. Many companies are realizing that the old cubicle farm is not just soul-crushing but also bad for business. Neuro-architecture is being used to create workplaces that foster productivity and support employee well-being. This includes designing offices with abundant natural light and greenery, creating a variety of workspaces from quiet focus pods to collaborative lounges to suit different tasks, and incorporating ergonomic furniture to reduce physical strain. The result is a workforce that is not only more productive, but also happier and healthier. A key thing that sets neuroarchitecture apart is its reliance on scientific evidence. But how do researchers actually measure the brain's response to a building? They use a variety of cutting-edge tools. One is EEG, or electroencephalography, which uses sensors on the scalp to measure electrical activity in the brain. This allows scientists to see changes in brainwave patterns in real time as a person experiences different environments. For a deeper look, they use fMRI, or functional magnetic resonance imaging. This powerful machine tracks changes in blood flow in the brain, identifying which specific areas are activated by an architectural space. To test designs before they're even built, researchers use virtual reality. VR allows them to create immersive, interactive simulations of buildings, letting them test the effects of different design choices, like ceiling height or window placement, in a controlled setting. They also use biometric sensors to track physiological responses, like heart rate, skin conductivity, and even facial expressions, giving them valuable data on our unconscious emotional reactions to a space. While the potential of neuroarchitecture is immense, the road ahead has its challenges. The biggest hurdle is fostering more collaboration between architects who design the spaces and neuroscientists who understand the brain. We also need more research to build an even more robust evidence base for design decisions. But despite these challenges, the future looks incredibly bright. As our understanding of the human brain continues to grow, so will our ability to design spaces that are truly attuned to our psychological and physiological needs. The ultimate goal is to create a world where our built environments are not just functional shells or aesthetic objects, but are active partners in our health, happiness, and well-being. By embracing the principles of neuroarchitecture, we can build a future where our buildings don't just shelter us, they help us thrive. The next time you walk into a building, pay attention. How does the light make you feel? What do the colors and shapes do to your mood? You're not just in a room. You're in a conversation with the space around you. Thanks for tuning in to G Fun Facts Online. Join us next time for another journey into the science that shapes our world.